let's see, we just broke above this resistance level right here. Right, so that 44, 45K level, that was a big level. Now, just the monthly levels themselves, there's really nothing all the way up until here. Right, so this is going to be the next monthly resistance that I look at. Let me just pull out a fib real quick. Let's see how we're doing with that. Yeah, so we just broke through the golden pocket as well. The first half of that last month, we got a nice little rejection that came in with this fair value gap right here. But then now we've pushed through. I really don't see anything crazy in the way right now on a monthly time frame. But the way I trade, or what I look for, is actually I look at ranges that formed previously, right? So if you think about it, in 2021, when we had that bull market in 2020, 2021, we formed this big range here between 30K and 65K, right? And so if I just pull out a volume profile for that range, right? Because we've re-entered that range ever since we broke through, right here. Ever since October of last year, when we broke into 30K, we broke back into this range. And usually when you break back into an old range, you're pretty likely to rotate all the way back to the other end of it. So that's where my, if you've seen me calling for $54,000, that's where that target comes from. It's the value area high of that 2021 range that we were in. We never really got a retest of the value area low once we broke above it, at least not on a higher time frame. That doesn't really matter right now, does it? And then you can actually see that the monthly resistance coincided with the point of control of that range, which was where I was calling for the 48K level all the way back then. We had this swing high, we had the point of control, and that short that I had back in early Jan, that was because of this tap right here. So really, my target right now is up here, 54,000. At least on a monthly and a weekly time frame. So do we have any other resistances? Well, we took out this, so we formed this range. Go down to the daily. Right, so we had this range previously. This was where we were stuck in from December all the way till the beginning of this month, really. That was the range that we were in. We pushed to the point of control. That was a quick deviation and then a swift rejection back to the downside. And then we took out the range lows, right? These right here were the range lows. Let's see. Yeah, we broke down below it, reclaimed it, and that was when I had a feeling that, okay, this was confirmation, right? Once we broke back above the value area low at 41. But when we see this, when you see that quick move down, small consolidation, and then a reclaim, it's fairly certain that we're going to go back to the other end of the range, right? And that's exactly what's going on in the higher time frame with the 2021 range. That's why I think we're likely to go all the way up here. Now, once we broke up above this, right? What I wanted was, so we've actually not gotten any retests at all. So since we broke up above the value area high, we actually did not get ideally you want to see something like this, right? You break up above it, and then you get a retest of the value area high before pushing back up. We didn't get that. So, you kind of live with it. Were there lower time frame longs? Absolutely. But there's a certain way that I like to go about trading. So I didn't get a position there. And I was looking for the same thing right here at the point of control, which was where I was looking for that 47,250, 47,300 level. We broke through the point of control. I wanted a retest before a push up into the value area high. Right? We didn't get that either. Now, for me, my levels of support coming in right now, well, if we close the daily like this, then this down close candle, this needs to hold as support, right? But really, the upper half of it is what I'm going to be looking at. So the upper end of it, about 50,450. If we get a retest of that, right, then that's going to be beautiful. I'm going to look to go long to 54,000. Right, that's going to be my target. But if we don't get a reaction here and we actually break below it, then it's right back to this level that I was looking at, that monthly level that was initially resistance. Obviously now I'm going to be looking for 48, 47, 48 to now hold that support. The last thing I want is to see price fall back into range high. So, just about these levels right here, which is just about coming in with the value area high of that range. So 44.5, that's my invalidation for the bullish case. So if we come back into this, then I'm thinking price falls back all the way back down to range lows, and then some. So I don't think we're just going to go into range lows and range here again, but actually we might go all the way back down to this area, the low 30K levels. For now, I don't see that happening, but we'll see what happens when the time comes, right? Regardless, for now, if we do get a retest here, then my long position would look something like this. My stop below that daily. I would give myself a little bit of room, just because Bitcoin can wick people out. There's a lot of wicks that will hunt you out, right? This would be an ideal scenario for me, given the current circumstances. But if we don't get a reaction here, then my trading plan is going to look something like this, right? Where my entry is going to come in right above that point of control of the 2021 range. My stop is going to be right at that range high, so around the 44.5. Well, the value area high is coming out 442, but this zone really with a take profit up here. So we'll see what we get. But if we do break above this value area high, I really don't see anything until 61. Yeah, see, like these levels right here, that really is going to be my next cluster of resistance, right? If we break through this level, then that one's coming next. So we're really not that far away from all-time highs if you think about it, right? Market structure is clearly bullish. We've had higher highs since February of last year. Higher highs, higher lows. That was like a liquidity stop before we continued up higher. So yeah, right now my next resistance coming in at 54,000. Let's see if we get an entry.